Whenever you're ready.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Undercover Weebs is back, and today we are going to be discussing our hot takes, our controversial opinions that we have that we think we're kind of in the minority on. So, that'll be the topic for today. If you're offended easily, you might not want to tune in for this one, but
A
let's
lot
get
of
after it.
a lot. This is gonna trigger a lot of people. It's gonna.
Yep, this
This
is my
is
trigger warning to start this off here.
yes. It's gonna trigger a lot of people. Especially, I feel like us two, have similar but like distinct tastes.
Mm,
And especially with some certain powerhouse anime out there, we have very hot takes on. Um,
absolutely.
So I know you wanted to jump right into one that we talk about all the time that I'm kind of assuming.
Yeah, so right off the jump here, Cowboy Bebop is overrated as fuck. Super average. Getting that out of the way. I've dropped it twice, have never finished it. Probably will never finish it.
Yeah, I'm on episode what I think like 18, and it I just can't I just can't do it.
Yeah, just not that good. No cap.
It's like it's just a worse version. It's like a not funny version of Space Dandy. Is Space Dandy just so much better?
Yeah, I would agree.
They're just it's just too slow, I think, for me. And I'm a fairly patient person, so I feel like being too slow for even me just means like it's too slow.
I would
Those
agree, man.
and the
I
parts they have going for it, like the kind of Spike's backstory ish thing. I don't know if that might come into fruition in the last couple of episodes, but I haven't seen it. But that was like their one good thing, and they don't do
hmm
enough of it.
Yeah, I wish they had more with Spike and his backstory. I feel like I would like the show a lot more.
I kind of also feel like the thing that makes anime good for me is that it's different from Western shows and the fact that it's not so episodic and it's more like a long running storyline. And I feel like Cowboy Bebop is just episodic, anyways.
Yeah, it's episodic and which is fine. There are some really good episodes, but there are also some really slow, boring ones. And that just kills my vibe when I go from an episode in Cowboy Bebop that I love to one that I couldn't give a shit less about. And then I'm like, well, I just peaked and then went to a valley right afterwards. So
Yeah, that it can be tough, but it is one of the. It's like the top normie anime that people just simp over. This and Demon Slayer.
oh like shit, should we talk about Demon
I
Slayer?
was just gonna. I was gonna say that's a perfect segue into. I specifically want to talk about the Demon Slayer movie because personally, like the animation, yes, beautiful as always. The UFO table cannot screw that up. But wow, is that story bad?
You mean the first half being filler and having nothing to do with the rest of the story?
I usually never, ever, ever condone anime original content, but I think this is a part where they really needed to give that Lower Moon a backstory and have it just be like the train and, you know, I don't even know. I don't know. I would assume that's the way it is in the manga because if
No, it
people
is, yeah.
if they don't follow the manga, then people get kind of flustered.
I went and read a little part of it and it was exactly like the movie.
And I guess it follows what I've heard about the manga, in that being that it really is not very good, and that the anime is actually just far superior to it.
Yeah.
But like, wow, the whole Lower Moon thing just wasn't there for me.
No, I really I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was very easy to watch, but as far as like a narrative perspective, the first honestly the whole movie was pretty lackluster. And
Yeah,
that's not saying too much because the Demon Slayer story in and of itself is pretty bland. It's not like it's good, don't get me wrong. Like I really do like Demon Slayer, but yeah,
The
you
thing
know.
Demon Slayer succeeded at for me in the first season was that even like the it gave a little glimpse at like the demon's former life, and it kind of made you feel for the demon. And like Tanjiro's always so like he also is like heartfelt for these demons
Yeah.
that are even killing people. Um,
Mhm.
but it just there wasn't any of that in the movie at all.
No.
I honestly think it was probably okay to be a movie, because if people just pick it up at the second season and or like watch only the like episodes and not the movie,
Mhm.
and if you spoiler if you know that the flame Hashira dies in the movie, then you have no reason to watch the movie, period, because nothing happens.
That is kind of true. It was basically like honestly, what I thought it was basically like giving it was honestly just to like give Tanjiro some sort of emotional boost and show him how far he has to go yet. Like
Yeah,
honestly, that was the whole part of it in my opinion. What else was like I don't know.
he lost his sword again.
Yeah. Dude, that's
Damn
gonna
it.
be funny when that dude comes back and he gets a new one. That's gonna be
That
hilarious.
is going to be pretty good. But yeah, the Demon Slayer anime, pretty good. Probably still a little bit overrated, but pretty good. But the movie was
Can we
bad.
just talk about Demon Slayer a little bit here? Demon Slayer is just overrated in its of itself. It's really good and I like it. Like, I will watch every episode that comes out, but people say it's one of the best anime of all time,
It's for
which
the
is
normies,
just
man.
complete blasphemy.
It's
Absolute blasphemy.
it's for the normies, dude. It's like baby's first anime, and it's like good, but people get a bit too carried away with it.
Yeah, yeah, it is solid. Don't get me wrong, but one of the best anime of all time. Like, come on now, you can't even
Yeah, the
straight
story
face.
is the animation wise, yes, it is. The
Yep.
story wise, it's not there. It really is
No.
just not there.
Like I like Vinland Saga and Jujutsu Kaisen more. I like Black Clover more.
Black Clover, since you brought that up, I'm just gonna put out here. Black Clover is far better than My Hero Academia. Like
Oh,
blows it
dude,
out of the water better.
leagues better. Literally leagues better.
We should probably preface that both of us only watch the anime for My Hero Academia, but we both read the manga for Black Clover.
True. This might be a little bit biased, just a
But
tad.
it might be a bit soon, because from what I hear is that like season 6 of My Hero Academia is just gonna get insane. But also Shane, who's on our One Piece podcast, says
Mhm.
that they kind of get rid of all the characters, and the only person that gets any character progression is Deku.
No, I'm gonna hate it then. I'm okay. Oh. Okay, but
Maybe
yeah,
maybe Deku will turn into not a little bitch. Maybe.
maybe, hopefully. But what I was gonna say with this, isn't the My Hero Academia anime, isn't that a very good adaptation? Don't some people prefer it actually
Yeah, I
to
mean it's
to the manga?
it's a very good adaptation of the manga, but I mean you always got those manga master race that will say the manga is always better no matter what.
Right.
So
So, and I God, dude, sorry, one second, my laptop. I don't know how to
blowing up.
silence messages, but so what I was gonna say here is that I have watched. I'm like caught up on My Hero Academia,
Yeah, as am I.
and I don't know if any part of it has been as strong as some of the mid parts of Black Clover, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially this last season of My Hero is just like, why are we doing this?
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
I just think the characters in Black Clover are literally 500 times more
yeah.
interesting.
Here's a
It's
direct
not even close.
comparison of characters between like they both have an extremely large cast of characters.
Yes.
But Black Clover succeeds so much more in making those characters good and like relevant.
Dude, there's
And My
just
Hero, they're just like three characters and they just kind of
right.
cycle out. But there's so many background characters. Like I feel like the school setting of My Hero Academia, they shouldn't. He should have made it so it's like 3 or 4 people in a class instead of like 30.
Yeah. And he just doesn't do that good of a job fleshing out his characters. Like there's just certain shows like One Piece and Black Clover where like you feel invested and like when you're reading it like you just feel like these characters are real because you know so much about them and My Hero Academia really falls short on that.
Yeah, and I talked about this before, and My Hero Academia succeeds at having like artificial emotional moments.
Yes.
Like you're not actually attached to the characters or anything, but the way that it's done and like the music and just like the emotions shown in the scene
Mm-hmm.
still hits you,
Absolutely.
but the 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 characters themselves you really don't care about. Like my favorite part of My Hero is probably the muscular fight, which pretty much holds no relevance in the actual story.
Filler fight. Uh, dude, I don't know. I also, yeah, everyone knows our opinions on My Hero.
Yeah, well, while we're talking about it, let's just slide in there that Deku is not a good protagonist.
He's the worst. He's the worst main character in all of mainstream shonen. I'm
Yeah,
not even kidding when I say
no,
that. I don't think I like a single one like more than or worse than him.
he's just.
Like I, ugh.
You notice how in the very beginning, the first season, his thing was like, I'm. I study very hard, and that's how I'm gonna like get better.
Yeah,
And as we went on, that just was thrown out the window completely.
dude. Oh.
But honestly, I'd have to say that's a case of the writer just not having anything planned ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens in Shonen Jump because it's so competitive. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like he just doesn't have. He didn't really have a roadmap on what he was going to do, and like One Piece does, or like I mean, Black Clover, the beginning was kind of rough, but that was just because he needed to stay exciting for Shonen Jump. But now,
Right.
holy shit, he's got his freedom and he is flexing on us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely straight fucking flexing. But you know what makes Deku so lame is he's not like, dare I say, quirky, no pun intended, like other shonen MCs. Like he doesn't make me laugh ever. He just is a
No, he
whiny little
doesn't.
bitch. Like Luffy will crack me up, Asta will crack me up. Like they have like this charm about them, and Luffy or Deku has nothing. He has no charm about him. I
He's
think
just
he's so
blah.
vanilla.
He's
Like
too vanilla.
even Tanjiro
I
has
was
his
gonna
whole
say
headbutt thing,
he's a
and
worse. He's a worse version of Tanjiro.
he really is in every way. Ugh.
Yep.
Well,
Everyone knows that we kind of hate on My Hero a little bit, and probably a little bit too much. We both like it, but
right. Like I will watch it for sure. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
I actually might drop it and read it, but we'll see.
uh, yeah. I'll probably continue to just watch it, but it is what it is. Let's jump right into another extremely hot take that we've spoken about several times on the podcast. That being related to Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Let's go. Let's go. I love talking about this.
I don't
Literally the
even like
fucking worst show I've ever watched to completion. Oh, so bad.
I don't even
So
have like words for what it is. Like it just doesn't make sense.
I hate it.
None of
I
it
don't
makes sense.
No, I literally think it's garbage. I think it's hot trash, and I think it literally got some sort of weird cult following with some group of individuals that didn't fit in, and then it just blew up, and it sucks.
It just doesn't make sense. Like I don't know. I've even watched like analysis videos on it, and just like listening to what they say, I'm like, how far are these people trying to reach for this?
Right. They're literally grasping at thin air when they make some of these videos. What?
I am
What?
just mesmerized on some of the shit they come up with because it's just I just like look at it and I'm like that I did not get that out of it in the slightest bit.
Dude, I will give them this though. Evangelion stands are creative people.
Yeah, they are. They will dream up the whole world plus some and
Dude,
try to explain why it's good when in reality most of the things that they explain really is kind of like theoretical. I haven't watched any like or read any like interviews that the creator has done, but I feel like a lot of these guys are stretching for it.
oh yeah, I was trying to give an example of an Evangelion video I watched, but like they went so far over my head, I can't think of one. I just did not. I was like, wait, that's what this was getting at? There's no way. Like, there's just
Yeah,
no.
it kind of reminds me a little bit of there's someone that does like an analysis of openings for anime, like way too in depth that they like stop it at each frame and they're like this is what this meant and this is what that meant, and I just think to myself, there's like a 99% chance that they just put it there because it'll look cool.
Yeah. Or you could just shut up and watch the opening.
Yeah, people
Here we
think
go.
sometimes I think people just think a little too deeply about what's going on.
Yeah, I agree.
And I
I
think
think Evangelion is just fucking bad in every regard.
I was really hoping the end of Evangelion movie was going to clear everything up. And it did, while simultaneously making it twice as confusing.
I need to watch that actually.
I was so confused. And then like after I watched the whole movie and then I watched the last episode of Evangelion again because it's like do I have to like try to I was like it was a while since I had finished Evangelion, so I was like do I have to re did I forget something here?
Yeah.
And then I watched the last episode of Evangelion and I was like no, I didn't miss anything, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I remember the last episode clearly, and I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting for something to get cleared up, and then it ended, and I wanted to throw my laptop at the wall.
It doesn't make any sense.
And I'm not gonna lie, I might dislike Shinji more than Deku. They're close.
Well,
They're
Shinji's a different kind of person altogether. He's just so like he makes me cringe really hard. He's so whiny,
God,
and
he's
and I get that it's trying to display like his anxieties and stuff, but
right. See, I'm aware of that too, and I still think it just okay, like it sucks. Ugh.
yeah, we both aren't the biggest fan of that. Sorry to all the Evangelion stands out there. We're just we've both seen it, but we just don't like it. I guess maybe they did like reboot movies on Netflix. Maybe those are better.
Maybe something will get cleared up. I don't know.
I heard that the reboot movies are more straightforward, which maybe I'm just not deep enough to watch the original. Maybe I just need to watch the reboot movies.
Yeah, I also am kind of a shallow individual, but I still think it sucks, and I do not think it's because I did not get it. I just think it's bad.
I just
Fuck
think it's
Evangelion.
bad.
Sorry, folks.
Sorry, guys. Okay, this one is not really an extremely hot. Well, maybe I don't know. People in terms of the anime of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, people really simp for part 5. And me personally, this is like just personal opinion. I think part 4 is way better than part 5.
Oh, I don't know. I don't agree with that.
I like part 4 so much better. I like all the characters so much better. Well, except for Bucciarati, because he's actually a great character.
Yeah, I like Mista too, man.
But bro, uh, I can't even remember his name. Shigechi, bro.
She, yeah, she,
Saddest part in all of All of
Hey,
JoJo's
you
is
just
when,
fucking love the Shikachi fucking.
bro, it's so
Oh,
sad. That is the saddest part in all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
it was brutal. I don't know if it was the saddest part,
No,
but it was.
what's sadder than that, dude? Don't tell
I
me
okay.
when Caesar dies or whatever, because
No,
I
no, I
thought
didn't give
that
a
was,
fuck about
yeah, me
Caesar's death.
either. But Shigechi,
Iggy,
bro,
bro,
no,
when Iggy
Shigechi,
died.
dude, I just felt so bad for his parents. I was like, he's literally just like not gonna come home, and he's just an innocent kid that got his bag mixed up with his sandwich mixed up with a severed hand.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. His was the third saddest.
Uh,
Bucciarati's.
yeah, Rarancha, bro, his was just out of the blue, out of
Just gets
nowhere.
murked. Dude, I like part five. Part five is my second favorite. I got tied with my first, probably my
Part
second favorite part.
part two is my number one, but part four is heads above the rest. I think I don't know. I like the format of part four.
Yeah, I did too. I just thought the first 15 were kind of slow, but then once Kira starts doing his
Once,
thing, it
yeah,
just
there were
rockets.
definitely parts that just kind of, I guess, were classic JoJo's things that he's just putting in fights just for the sake of putting in fights and being creative.
Right, but I liked them exploring Morio. I really did. Like all the random
Yeah,
stands they encountered,
like
I
the
loved.
power tower stand, dude, the Irish guy that
Yeah.
is stuck inside of a electrical tower.
Yeah, dude. I like that. I like the alien. I liked the
The
cook guy.
the alien still has not been explained.
I love it. I literally love that.
Yeah, the cook guy is literally just a good guy too. Like he's
I
actually healing them, and they're
yeah.
freaking out.
Rohan is one of my favorite Joe Bros.
You watched the Rohan like
Yeah, and I
OVAs,
thought it
didn't
was
you?
awesome.
They
I
were
thought it
pretty
was
good. It
awesome.
wasn't what I expected it to be, but at the same time, it was exactly what I expected it to be.
Yeah. Well, since we're talking about JoJo's, we can get into a hot take. JoJo's Bizarre. What is JoJo's considered shonen?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, bet JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the second best shonen of all time.
Ooh,
I,
that
I say
is
that in all honesty.
that is that is something.
Oh, that's just
That
fact.
what is number one then?
One Piece.
And you think JoJo's is second?
Yes.
Not like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or like
No, I
Hunter x
like JoJo's more.
Hunter.
I like JoJo's more.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Like JoJo's basically more than everything besides One Piece, the manga, and Attack on Titan up until this final season because I heard it goes kind of downhill. But as of right now, Attack on Titan was like peak entertainment.
Attack on Titan, I even if as long as the ending is literally like satisfactory. I was hoping that it would be Code Geass level ending, the way that
You gotta listen
he
to the
was building
fans,
up.
man.
I wanted I don't know, I haven't been spoiled the ending at all, so
Oh, me neither.
it
Me
still is
neither.
a possibility that it is the martyr ending that I wanted, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, man, I actually haven't either, and I'm really excited. So I'm excited to be disappointed because I do love that show. But
I think
yeah,
it's
basically the only things I like better than JoJo's are like Attack on Titan and One Piece.
honestly, I think it's still going to be good. I think I think people probably just hated on it a bit too much because they're asking too much, I think.
That's true, but when you have a story that is so solid like that one, it's kind of hard to have a satisfactory ending.
Yeah, it was built up so like I don't know, it was just so good. Everything
He
about
really
it
just
was
nailed the
so
story.
deep. There's so many levels of everything. The people were so real.
So real, bro. Their struggles are so real too.
That's the thing that is alarming to me, and that's what makes the show so good is that they're like real. The people just seem real. Like the way they act, the way they behave, their problems.
Yeah. It's been pretty perfect up until this final season, so we will see. I'm
I'm
talking about like this part two here that we haven't seen yet because I loved this first part of the final season. Loved it.
okay. Since we're touching on Attack on Titan, specifically the first part of the final season, CGI wasn't bad. Just throwing that out there.
I agree. I thought the animation was good. I thought it was like
Honestly,
an
the first
8 out of 10.
yeah, the problem is it's competing against Wit, who always puts up 10 out of 10 animation.
True, that is true.
But people
And
were
well,
really flustered about the first, especially the first episode when Reiner and Zeke's CGI was a little rusty, but I thought Reiner's CGI was actually the best animated part of the whole episode.
I thought it looked fine. I honestly like didn't even. I literally watched it and I was like thinking like, oh, this animation looked great, and I never looked back. Didn't even think about it again. I was like, this is good. I'll take it.
A lot of people just immediately start to panic when they see something CGI, and they don't even realize there's so many more elements that are in the show that are CGI that they don't even notice.
Dude, I can watch something that's all CGI if it's like the story's good and the movement is somewhat fluid.
Yeah, like Kengan Ashura.
Dor Dorohedoro, fine.
Yeah,
Like
Dorohedoro was good. Mappa has good CGI. That Dorohedoro is Mappa, but I think they outsourced their
what?
CGI for
I did not know
Attack
that.
on Titan. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Mappa also put all their budget into Jujutsu Kaisen, and holy shit.
yeah, that was noticeable.
Yeah.
That was noticeable.
Dude, okay, when you said that, it was literally, I think it was the scene where like May or the sword girl was fighting, and there was that whole entire bullet scene. And like, after I was like paying attention, I was like, this is some of the most crisp animation I think I've ever
No,
seen in my
yes,
entire life.
it's there was an episode in Jujutsu Kaisen. It was when uh what's his name? The guy that likes tall girls with long legs and
Oh
big
no.
butts. Toto and Itadori were fighting that plant man. That was
That was
the
amazing.
best choreographed fight I have seen in anime period.
Dude, with the clapping, that was so sick.
Like they like I don't even have words for how well that was done.
I haven't seen shit like that since Naruto, to be honest.
I think the thing is with Jujutsu Kaisen though, in comparison to Attack on Titan, is Attack on Titan tries to go with a little bit more of a realistic background, where Jujutsu Kaisen does
Yeah.
more of an artistic
Yep,
style.
I agree.
So it's easier, I'd say. Probably it was probably easier for them to do Jujutsu Kaisen than
Mhm.
than throw together all that CGI for the background for Attack on Titan.
Right.
And we didn't get the flex animation of like a sick ODM gear thing like we got in season like 2 with Levi, or season
Yeah,
3
that was
with
pretty next
Levi
level.
against the Beast Titan.
Yeah,
We just didn't get those parts.
right.
Otherwise it was pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm a fan.
All right. So, we talked about One Piece for a second, and spoiler warning if you have not reached the time skip in One Piece, guys, Ace's death wasn't that sad.
Um, Ace's death was one of the deaths that impacted me the least out of
In
every single death in One Piece. I'm not even
that
kidding.
part, yeah, especially yeah, I was sadder for the death of Newgate than I was for Ace.
Same. So was I. I was more sad for Corazon. I was more sad for
Oh,
Dr. Look, I'm not even kidding. I
yeah,
straight up
dude.
was.
Oh, we just kind of dropped something that's like past the time skip that we didn't disclaim spoiler warning for, but
Oh, sorry. That's not even that big of a spoiler.
no, but wow, dude,
Oh,
yeah.
that ripped me apart on the
You
inside,
sent
bro.
me a TikTok of that, and I watched it 50 times.
It was so sad.
It was like a girl singing, and it was like so sad, and I just wanted to cry.
Bro, Bellamere also was more. Dude, literally every flashback death almost was more sad, in my opinion. Because we didn't get a flashback before the goddamn death.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
oh.
Ace's flat. I said this in the last One Piece review episode. Go check that out. By the way, shameless plug. That was Marine Ford, and Post Marine Ford. It should have the Post Marine Ford flashback should have been in Alabasta
Yep.
when we first met Ace. That's when it should have been.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And
Because then he could
then
have sprinkled flashbacks throughout the rest up until his death, and it would have made it so impactful.
and it wouldn't have been. You wouldn't really question as much if Sabo was really meant to be there or not.
Right.
Because when sticking that in after Ace died, especially when Oda was driving so hard at the beginning that Ace was his only brother, and Luffy isn't a person to like exclaim even if one of them had died. He
Right.
isn't one to exclaim that Ace is his only brother.
Hmm. Dude, I've seen some theories that like Oda was just putting Sabo in there for literally a money grab because of how popular Ace was and like the flame fruit.
I would believe it. I would
I
100% believe
believe
it
it too. Because Sabo
because
is still in like the top like 14 characters along with Ace, so
and he just feels like
like
he's just
popularity
shoved.
wise.
Yeah, he just feels like he's just shoved in there. I feel like
Yeah.
to me, he just feels like he didn't belong.
But then at the same time I'm like, okay, it is a connection to like, like the revolutionaries, I guess,
Yeah,
but could be an ass pull. I don't know.
seemed like an ass pull to me. But back to
Honestly.
Ace's death, dude. It just wasn't sad. Sorry.
Nope. I agree. Didn't even come close to shedding a tear for that.
Sorry, Watch Mojo. That doesn't belong in your top 10
Hell no.
on
Hell
saddest
no.
deaths in anime. Honestly, it's in like the top 10 of anything that has to do with sad and anime.
The Mary's death.
Mary's death was much sadder to me than Ace's death.
Much sad, dude. The Mary's death also is like one of the saddest things I've ever watched for some
Bro,
reason. I don't know why it hit me so hard, but it did.
dead
Hot take.
ass.
The Mary's death is the saddest thing in all of anime.
It is honestly the way the Usopp Luffy fight is definitely that rips you apart.
Dude, all of Ennie's lobby in fucking Water
Water
7 is
7.
pretty perfect.
It
Pretty
is pretty
perfect.
perfect. But Little Oars Jr.'s death was sadder than Ace's.
Yeah.
And he was trying to save Ace. So but they got that 2-panel flashback in there. That's all you needed.
That is all you need.
That's
That
all
is
you needed. You didn't need a 20-panel or a 20-chapter flashback after he's already dead.
Yeah. Hot take. Another controversial opinion. I'm not even kidding when I say this. Almost every single One Piece arc is better than the entirety of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
No, every single one is. Every single
Logring Longland?
yes, I will say that is better than any arc in Dragon Ball Z, and I have not even seen Dragon Ball Z.
I
I am
honestly would
willing
maybe.
to say that I can just like I feel like I can just say that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. There's literally, in my opinion, the only arc that would probably hold up, because I have not seen all of Dragon Ball, so I can't speak to that too much. But Dragon Ball Z, the only arc that would really hold up is like the whole Frieza thing in the start of Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Z.
I've heard the Frieza arc is doable
But that's
at
worse
least.
than like every One Piece arc. I don't know. Like Arlong is better. I don't know.
Oh, Arlong's a great arc.
I know. I'm trying to think. I don't. I think Syrup Village is probably worse.
Well, Syrup Village is good. It's just I hated Clahador.
Yeah,
Clahador
like
made
I
me
liked I
want
liked
to
Drum
punch him.
Island more, and I don't like Drum Island that much.
I liked Drum Island as an arc. I just hate Chopper.
Yeah.
I despise Chopper, bro.
Yeah, Chopper sucks, and he's losing charm as the story goes, bro.
Yeah, he has no charm, bro. Absolutely none. The only good Chopper part was in Nenny's lobby.
Oh
when
wait, dude. Yeah,
what
yeah, I agree. I agree. I
when
agree.
he goes into Monster Point for the first time, and he's just like that one panel of him crying and going into Monster
Mhm.
Point. That actually kind of hit, but the rest of the thing with Chopper, I just don't like Chopper. He just annoys me.
Dude, since we mentioned Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball is one of the first, if honestly, it was probably the first anime I ever like watched, and I do have nostalgia for it. But if you are like in love with Dragon Ball and you think it's one of the best anime of all time, you are straight delusional. It is not good.
The
It is literally influential, but it's really bad.
if you think if it's in your top 5, you haven't even seen 5. I'm
If
sorry.
it's in your top 20, you have not seen 20. It's in your top 30. It's not even in my top 50, like or 60. Like, oh man.
It is atrocious.
It's
It is bad, bad.
like the aesthetic is cool and like the influence that it had on everything else is cool. I respect it, but it's not good anymore. It is outdated and not good. Sorry.
It's just because I don't know. Everyone has so much nostalgia for it. I'm able to
It
look
has the
at it
worst
with
fandom
with
out of
no
anyone.
with no nostalgia glasses, guys. Trust me, it's not. It's not it. It ain't it, guys. It
Nope.
ain't it.
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm ready to piss off everyone that likes Isekai right now.
Let's go.
How about
Let's
you?
go.
Okay,
Let's
let's
go.
let's start with ReZero. Guys, ReZero sucks. It's not good.
I
It's
love that. I need to watch. I need to check it out just to shit on it with you because I can't really do it too much.
somebody needs to tell me, am I supposed to hate Subaru? Am I supposed to hate the main character? Because I freaking hate him.
Dude, I think people really like him.
Oh my god, do I despise Subaru Natsuki, bro.
Yeah,
It's just I don't know. It doesn't have enough originality for me. The whole show, it just ain't there. Like,
yeah.
especially, it had so much like I don't know if it gets better in the second season, but people before the second season were like, "This is the best Isekai of all time,"
Dude,
and
that's literally what everyone was saying when it came out. I think a
like
lot of people still think that.
it just isn't that good. Like the whole white whale thing, no, thank you. That was pretty dumb, if you ask me. The whole demon dog thing was pretty dumb. I really didn't like Beetlejuice very much, who's like the main antagonist for the first season. It's just yeah, I don't know, but it's tough for me to actually like an isekai. You have to do a lot of things right.
Have, have you seen Konosuba?
I have not seen Konosuba, but I think that's
Okay.
one that I would like because it's comedy.
I
And
was just gonna say there are three good isekais, and I'm not including Konosuba because I haven't seen it. They'll probably make it in there for the fourth. And I'm saying good as in like tolerable here, not like
yeah,
amazing.
well, No Game No Life is good.
It is good. No Game No Life is good. I think slime anime is honestly pretty good, even though it's generic. It like is pretty solid, and Shield Hero is pretty
Shield
good.
Hero I thought was good. I did think Shield Hero was good, and I think then there's supposed to be another season coming out here pretty soon.
Every other isekai I think is absolute buns, like Sword Art Online. Oh,
I am saving that for I don't even know when. I feel like I'm required to watch it sooner or later, but it's definitely gonna be later.
okay. So it gets shit on in the community too much. It's not one of the worst anime ever. It's tolerable, but it's bad. The first 12 episodes are like a 7 out of 10. The last 12 are like a 2.5.
Oh, is it only 24 episodes? Don't they have a bunch of spin-offs though?
Yeah, but I heard those are just absolute dumpster fires, so I'm never gonna
Really?
watch them. Yeah.
They're like the Fate spin-offs, even though the Fate spin-offs just have amazing animation.
Yeah, the Fate spin-offs, yeah. Well, you're saying besides like the main three.
Besides the main, like Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, and Fate Unlimited Blade Works, are those the main
Yeah, no,
three?
those are absolutely dumpster fires as well. Apocrypha was just off the chain bad. Whew. not good.
Yeah, I don't plan on watching any other. I might watch Stay Night sooner or later, but
Honestly, you'd probably enjoy it. It's not bad.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't hate Fate Zero, but it didn't make it in. I wouldn't even say it made it in my top 25. Parts of
Yeah,
it were really good.
that is just a hot take right there. If I've ever fucking heard one, holy
No,
shit!
dude. I don't
Fate
know.
Zero
It
is
just
one of the
wasn't
best
for
anime
me.
of all time.
Shut up. That's a hot take. Both our takes are probably hot there. You think
Yeah,
it's
it's
better
probably
than
just in
it
the
is, and
middle for most people.
I think it's worse than it is. I don't know. I wasn't given what I wanted from it. Was the main
Dude,
thing.
is Spirited Away considered an isekai?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh.
I think Ghibli's just in its own whole genre.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, okay, I actually love pissing off people that like isekais because isekais suck.
Yeah, they're just the same thing every time, pretty much. I don't know. It's just not. There's just not. It's just a lazy way of world building. Oh, what the heck is it called? The sh- the oh, what is it called? I can't think of what it's called. Redo of Healer. That one. That's a good one, Noah.
Shut. I need to watch that actually,
I watched
just
the
to see what all the
first.
hype is
That
about.
is extreme degen stuff going on there.
Dude, that's what I've heard. Didn't does it like is it Nux? Doesn't someone have like a YouTube series where they make people watch it and like
It
talk about it?
If it's anyone, it would have to be Nux because like that seems like something, especially with what he did with interspecies reviewers,
Yeah, I
getting
think
that
he
to
does.
number one on my anime list.
That man is an absolute titan in the anime community. Wow.
I don't know how he does it, but
Dude, Redo of Healer, I gotta watch it just to see what it's about. I also have to watch X Arm.
oh yeah, X Arm is yeah the money laundering scheme. If it's that bad enough that people think they're trying to launder money instead of making anime, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Hot take, X Arm is more interesting than Deku.
No, bro, I'm down with you there. That's not a hot take at all.
All right, perfect, perfect.
Damn X
Dude, I
Arm.
could just see the My Hero Academia fanboys just like slamming their keyboard right now.
Yeah, I believe it, guys. My Hero Academia would have been better if Deku didn't have any powers.
My Hero Academia would have been better if Bakugo or Mirio or anyone besides Deku was the MC.
Honestly,
Actually, besides Uraraka, Uraraka sucks.
I think Mirio would have been perfect, especially with the fact that he lost his powers, because I feel like that would have added more to it. Like that
I
would have
agree.
been a good storyline there to go down.
I agree. I actually totally agree. I think he's way more interesting.
He's such a likable character too.
Yeah. Ecchi is not that bad. Boom.
Oh, I have the exact opposite on mine. Too much fan service ruins anime.
But no, it does not. Okay. What?
Well,
Mm.
it
Let me
makes it
preface this here.
it definitely makes it so you can't watch it. You have to be careful about when you watch it.
Yes.
Can't
And it
watch it
also,
openly.
I actually do not think, I think it actually can add to a show if it's the right show. But the Ecchi also can damage a show if it's something like Code Geass, where that Ecchi was just stupid and thrown in there for no reason.
Yeah, that was kind of out of the blue. What do you think
When
about the Fire Force Ecchi? Because I think that ruins it.
dude, I don't hate it. I think it's actually kind of funny.
It was funny like the first like 3 times, but now they do it in like every episode. They're just juicing a little too much for me.
Well, I dropped Fire Force, I guess. So
I was so pumped for the season 2, and it just wasn't that good.
I dropped it, bro. I couldn't do it. I
Yeah, it's
lost
tough.
all interest, all of it.
All right. I need to like ask you guys, people that are listening to this. I need to ask you guys a question. Is Ajin known to be bad, or is it good? Because I think it's horrible, but I've seen some YouTubers say that they really enjoyed Ajin and that the CGI did not bother them. But holy shit, I thought it
What,
was so
bro?
bad.
No, I haven't even seen it. I've just watched clips of it, and there's no way it can be good. There's just no way.
The CGI is so incredibly bad.
Dude,
And
they
I'm somebody
look
that
like
permits CGI. They look like dolls, bro. They're just like
yes. They look like dolls, bro. Like it's just they have no
that's
facial like movement.
comparable to X-Arm, bro.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
literally look like dolls, like puppets. They look like puppets.
Apparently, the Ajin manga is getting some hype too, or like it's over, but it's finally like being printed. Like the last volumes, I think it was like just printed last month or something, and people are really liking that.
I think I heard the manga's quite good.
Yeah, I'll probably own it sooner or later, but I gotta get money before I do that because I need to stop buying manga, guys.
Yeah, AK's collection is just growing out of control. It's insane.
But I enjoy it.
I need to
So,
get the next volumes of Vagabond. I just finished. I don't even know. I think I have like 18 now.
do you buy the Vizbigs or do you buy the
Yeah,
singles?
by the Vizbigs.
Yeah, that's the way to go for sure.
Absolutely, that manga's fucking gas.
All right, what do you think? What do you think about Netflix anime? What do you think
Dude,
about the way
I
they do their anime?
it depends. I think they can be really good, also really bad. I don't know. I really don't have an opinion. It's just if it's on Netflix, I'm so much more likely to watch it because it's the best streaming
It
platform.
is so much better than like Funimation or they need Funimation, Crunchyroll guys. Come on, like they're your software engineers over there really need to figure your shit out
Yeah.
because it's not that it shouldn't be that hard to make something as usable as Netflix.
No, I don't understand. It can't be hard at all. Like it's actually uh,
As someone experienced in the field, I can tell you it would not be that hard.
yeah. Are we talking about like Netflix originals?
Yeah, that like well, Netflix or well like I don't know what you mean by Netflix originals because like
Yeah, I
technically
honestly don't
seven
even know what Netflix originals means.
some of them are purely like produced by Netflix like I think Castlevania and um Son of Blood of Zeus
Blood of Zeus, yeah.
and Yasuke were all made or like they're Netflix originals and they only air on Netflix.
Mhm.
But like Seven Deadly Sins airs on like Toonami in Japan.
Yeah.
So that is technically it's a Netflix original in the West, but it's not really a Netflix original because like Netflix just owns the streaming rights for it and they just say Netflix original,
Right, right.
but like some of them actually are and they're definitely hit and miss on those.
Yeah, they definitely are. I just wish Netflix like because when I started watching anime, I watched a lot on Netflix and they never had them finished. They always just had like the last season or two not on Netflix and it
Yeah,
was so sad.
like I think Attack on Titan they only have season 1 and I think they might have just brought season 2.
Yeah, like they had Hunter x Hunter, they had everything up until the
Yeah.
Chimera Ant.
Yeah, they have everything up until where Greed Island ends. Cuz I
Yeah.
remember
JoJo's.
I had to pirate the rest of Hunter x Hunter
Yeah.
cuz I don't think
Dude,
I had a
JoJo's they only have up to part four. Why can't they get the last season ever? I don't understand that.
well I don't know. I think JoJo's might be because I think they kind of take a long time to dub it and they want the dub.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that definitely
honestly,
could be.
I would never want to watch JoJo's in dub anymore because ever since season 3 where like Joseph like
The English.
it's so funny to hear his English.
It's so funny. It's literally the best. It's like one of my favorite parts of JoJo's.
It's so funny. that was the best part of season 3. Just saying.
The English.
The English.
See, I like every single JoJo's part. One's my least favorite. I like the rest a lot. Part three is probably my second to least favorite.
I think it's only supposed to be getting better as we go. So,
I
well,
think
Stone
this
Ocean's
next
supposed
one,
to be kind of meh, but
yeah, Stone Ocean's supposed to be meh, but then Steel Ball Run's supposed to be next level off the chain, and so is JoJolian. So
it's gonna be a while for those. So, unfortunately,
yeah,
since
yeah.
we were talking about Netflix originals, though, what do you think about Devilman Crybaby? Because I thought that was so overhyped.
I, dude, mm, I don't like it that much.
For the summer that it came out, it was like the most talked about anime. I feel
Yeah.
like everyone was talking about it, and so I watched it, and I just thought to myself, it wasn't that good.
I mean, I'll give it like I'd give it like a 6, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say like 6.5 or in that range.
Um,
I like the
yeah,
animation style. I liked it. I like that it was a little bit different.
I did too actually. I liked the animation style, but wholly overrated.
So
People were saying
overrated.
that's like might be anime of the year.
Yeah, and I did not enjoy it that much at all. Really.
I really didn't either.
That's
I thought it was kind of stale the whole Ryu being like the devil or whatever.
yeah, and I don't know. It didn't. I just thought the way they told the story didn't work that well.
It was kind of odd. It was kind of just a odd vibe the whole way.
Yeah, they definitely tried to do a show don't tell kind of vibe, but they didn't really show
Yeah.
you very much. So it
Hmm.
kind of just made it confusing.
Right.
But
Yeah, it was just all right.
it was meh. People really liked it, but it was pretty meh.
I'm trying to think, what other hot takes do I have?
Well, this is just my personal opinion. That is a hot take, and that's Steins Gate Zero is better than Steins Gate.
Now that is a hot take, even though I haven't seen it, because everyone says that that is not the case.
Everyone likes Steins Gate better, but I like the whole character progression of Okabe in Steins Gate Zero more.
Dun, dun, dun. I should watch. Maybe I'll watch that next. Actually,
Oh, I almost forgot the hottest take in the world. Not well. I don't know if it's hot. It's pretty hot. B stars, bro.
wait, you hate it?
Oh my god, it made me so uncomfortable to watch. It has so it. That's another case of the Devilman Crybaby thing, I think, because like, wow, did I cringe so hard through that show. Me and Austin were watching it, and we like. I was just, we just, I don't, I, again, I just have no words for that show. That one is, I could not be more uncomfortable watching a show.
I'm just not interested in that at all. I'll probably never watch it. It literally doesn't interest me even in the slightest.
Yeah, I watched it for the culture, and I watched the whole thing, and wow, do I regret it, because it gives me nightmares.
The fucking bunny blowjob scene.
Yes, dude. Wow, was that uncomfortable to watch.
That's
It's
hilarious.
just like the thing about anime is that you have the ability to like take creative liberties and make them animals like that, but I think that this just stretched a little too far for me, a little too
Yeah.
weird, a
Yeah,
little too weird
doesn't
for my
interest me.
taste.
Does not interest me. I won't watch it. I've heard it's decent, but I just no, I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Neither did Austin. Austin thought it was very uncomfortable to
Oh,
watch
I
as
got a
well.
hot take.
What's that?
Made in Abyss is overrated. Made in Abyss is pretty good, but it
It's
is
pretty
like
good.
okay.
It's pretty good. Well, the last 3 episodes is what makes it good.
Yeah, I thought I okay. I like parts of the first 10 or whatever, however many there were. But I thought some of the episodes were very boring.
You got to say though, the last 3 episodes are peak anime,
Oh, the last 3 episodes are, yeah, damn near
and
10 out of
I've
10.
heard the movie is as well, which
I heard
we
the movie
we
is
need to watch
so.
that, dude. We still need to watch that.
I know we do. Yeah, we really do.
Yeah, I heard. I just saw like a meme. You know, like the Bone Drew guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, it was like like it was. I was on Twitter and it was like something for Father's Day, and people started posting pics of Shao Tucker
Mm-hmm.
because Shao Tucker's the best dad ever, making his
South Tucker.
daughter into a chimera dog. But
Damn.
then people under that started posting pictures of Bone Druid, and they're like, "No, this guy is the new Shao Tucker." And I was
I
like,
heard he's
"Oh,"
just messed up.
I was
I
like,
know.
"Oh, oh," that made me want to watch it even more than I want to watch it.
Yeah, we gotta watch it. We actually have to.
It is a necessity.
Oh, oh, I got one. I got one. All right, all right, all right, all right.
Shoot,
Kill the Kill is bad.
I will agree with you there. I'm not. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. That's a show that is purely for etchy. I almost feel like
Dude, that's like a show I should really like on paper, and I hate it.
I'm kind of surprised that you don't like it, to be honest.
Dude, I just don't really think it's that cool, man. And
Uh,
it's like I'm all about that action over the top shit, but that one doesn't do it for
the
me.
best part of the show is Monkan Choke, bro.
I don't even know who that
The
is.
the her friend, like her friend with the weird like circular looking hair.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The funny one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's by far the best part of that show.
Yeah, that shit sucked. It's keeping on this kill train. Akame got kill is even worse.
I have not seen Akame Got Kill, but you've told me several times that it is not worth watching.
Dude, it was the most all right thing I've ever seen. And I like don't know how to explain it besides that. Just all right as shit.
Yeah, I believe that. What we should I watched I think I talked about this on podcast before too. I watched a YouTube video of guys arguing old anime versus new anime,
Ooh.
and which kind of fits together with our episode about um old anime that are still worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
And they argued every single anime against Naruto. And I just was like, they wouldn't even give Attack on Titan the win against Naruto.
That is the
Like,
dumbest thing I've ever heard. What? That's not. They're not even in the
yeah.
same realm.
I am a firm believer that
Naruto as a whole, or like just
I
like
think they were saying they didn't specify that, but I think
with
they're just talking
Shippuden.
about Naruto as a whole.
If Shuden's like included, that is there are a lot of things better because Naruto Shippuden was a very bright, pretty, burning dumpster fire of trash.
Yeah, I believe it.
Literally, the pain arc is a 10 out of 10. The rest of the whole entire Shippuden is a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I just started reading Naruto. I'm on chapter like 40, so I decided I was not going to watch it because it's yeah, the dumpster fire.
OG Naruto's good. OG Naruto, like not Shippuden, is really good.
But what do you think? You like old anime or new anime better?
What do we old like prior to 2010?
Yeah, I'd say that. Like it like you can tell like the style just changes when you get older. I'm a
I
person
probably
that
like new.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm a new guy.
I mean, I do like a lot of old ones. I just yeah, probably
I
like
think they definitely succeed more in terms of soundtracks and
yeah.
storytelling now than they used to.
I agree.
So yeah, I like old or new ones better, which might
I
be
think I do
hot.
too. I just there's a lot of old ones that are purely people think they're good just for nostalgia.
Yeah, and that's
It's like,
nostalgia talks. Nostalgia talks a lot.
like I've seen like almost all of Rurouni Kenshin, and I'm like, yo, it's really solid, but like you can't consider it one of the greats now. Like, come on,
No,
that is
yeah, that's like
fire.
I enjoy Yu Yu Hakusho, but would I like it a lot better if it was redone? Yeah, I would
Yeah,
really like it a lot more.
yeah, yeah. But some people are just diehard, like strictly old anime. Like I will only watch, like
Well, it's
old
like
shit. It's like,
Miyazaki.
come on.
Miyazaki hates where anime is going.
Yeah, he does. But also, like, I think that's a dumb take.
Yeah, he has a really that's a really bad take. That yeah, he's a great director, but I think he's a little too purist.
Yeah, and I mean, granted, he does just put out bangers after banger. Like that's
Yeah, you got to respect his work, but not his word.
yeah.
Well, we just crossed the hour mark, so I'd say unless you got another hot take burning your pocket or something.
Dude, I was kind of looking, and I can't really. I was like looking through my anime list, and I can't really think of anything else that I really am that passionate about saying besides Isekai sucks
Sorry, Isekai fanboys, it ain't good.
and Deku. Screw Deku. Stand by that.
I will stand by that with you.
All right, One Piece Stampede, the movie by itself is better than all of Dragon Ball and My Hero Academia.
that may be that may be hot.
Nope, I stick by that. I stick by it.
All right. I think it's time to call that an episode. What do you think?
I think that's yeah. I really can't think of anything else. I think those are the hot takes that yeah.
Sorry, guys, if we upset you. Actually, I'm not that sorry because these we speak only the words of the truth. So,
Yep. You guys can have an opinion, but your opinion's wrong.
mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Well,
Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. We